All right, everybody, we are live,
What's
and we are
going on?
here with Christy, the Slash Dude. Thanks for joining, man. We were supposed to do this a few weeks ago, and I had to reschedule it, but it worked out for Slasher September because we had a Terrifier 1 watch, we had the Terrifier 2
To
watch,
watch, yeah.
and I've just from the fucking name alone, All Hallows Eve, I said October sounds better for All Hallows Eve. So this is kicking off a entire week leading into Halloween on the channel here. That most of those movies you saw in the intro and seeing that intro every time, that's some of the ones that are we're going to be watching the next week, 2 a day, and it is going to be a blast. What's up, Ginger? How you doing, brother? I wish I would have been up at 4 a.m. to join you and Keith last night because I was talking to Keith and I passed out listening to the Y files. Like
Nice.
20
Yeah, you
minutes
really like
before they
that.
went live.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it's such a great channel. And I don't
nice.
watch a lot of big channels and stuff like that. Like they're like 4 million subscribers, something like that.
Oh, me
But
too. Like Nick Crowley is one. YouTube's darkest moments and shit
yeah,
like that.
Joe Rogan's
Dude.
podcast. I'm a big Rogan fan since I'm a big stand-up fan, so I follow his podcast. But like, besides a few, like 5 channels, maybe like big ones, I don't really follow many. But
Yeah,
that
really
is such a great channel
explore with
because
us. I do though.
yeah. I mean, Dead Meat I'll watch every now and then too. But yeah, we got a good one tonight, which is comes at a good time as well, and why I did Terrifier 1 and 2, because Terrifier 3 released. If you guys haven't seen my deep dive 15-minute talking
I
about that
did. That
movie
was great.
scene by
Yeah.
scene. Thank you, man. That was
Yeah.
it was as soon as I got back from Mexico, the first thing I was saying to myself was I was in such a mood to talk about it. So I was like, all right, we're just going scene by scene through this whole goddamn thing. But All Hallows Eve, do you remember when was the first time you saw All Hallows Eve?
It's been a long time and stuff. It was probably on TV last time I saw it, to tell you the truth, edited or whatever like that. I think AMC showed it like
Okay.
like one of those few times and stuff. So it's been definitely a minute and stuff like that too. So,
Yeah, this is a movie I watch every October. And I remember when this first came out in 2013. Listen, I can't believe this is 11 years old, this movie already. And
yeah.
I like some horror anthologies, but I'm not a huge fan of that subgenre of anthology horror films. There's a lot of classics, but I mean, I hold this one up in maybe like the top 10. Like I
Very nice.
really,
Yeah.
really love this.
Elegies can be hit or miss in the horror genre. Yeah, you have to pick some you
Absolutely.
have some gems in there.
Absolutely, yeah. Creepshow. I mean, Creepshow, in my opinion, is the best. Creepshow 2 is not far, behind. And a Trilogy of Terror, Black Sabbath by Bava. I mean, that's probably
Oh god,
2 or
yes.
3
Word of Lack is all
for
time
me.
vamp
Oh
story.
yeah. Oh, it's so good. For what a lot. That's a
Boris
movie I
Karloff.
watch around Halloween too. And I should have thought to throw that up as one of the movies. But we are doing Kill Baby Kill with Dirk, and I'm gonna message Darren, see if he wants to join too on the 28th at 10. So
Very
if you want to
nice.
join us for that,
Oh,
then
sure. Oh, yeah.
Kill
That's
Baby
still on
Kill.
Shudder, I think.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. I love Kill
And
Baby Kill.
yeah,
That's
it is on
all-time
Shudder.
Bava. That's way up there.
Dude, that is my favorite Bava, and that is another top 10 movie. And that's the theme with all the movies that I'm doing. I prefer, since I didn't have the first half of the month and I was upstate for a week, and then I went to Mexico for the week. I was like, I'm not getting shit out during like our month. So I
Least in
said,
the
all right, as
Devil
soon
is
as I
damn
get back,
close to that.
dude, that's my number 2
Yeah.
Bava film.
I mean,
It's Kill Baby Kill, Leash of the Devil, Bay of Blood, Twitch of the Death Nerve, and then number 4 is Black Sunday. That's my top, and those are all in my top 40 films of all time. Those 4 movies.
Blood
So
Black
Bava,
Lace is my all-time favorite giallo. I think that's a masterpiece
oh,
of
it
a
is,
film by Bava.
and
That might be his
that's
best. That might be
That's
his
my 7th film on my Bava list. When I did that mini doc in the top 10, that was number
Yeah.
7, and it's still a masterpiece. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's how impressive his
That's how
body
good
work.
he is. That's how good he
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, Damien Leone, what he's been able to do in the last 10 years is incredible to me. With the budget, I forget what the budget was for this, and the 3 segments in this movie. There's 2 of them, the bookend ones, the first and the last one, that were shorts by Leone before this movie. And the first one's the Ninth Circle, then the third one is Terrifier, the one that really heavily features Art the Clown. And I think the only one that was written just for this movie, I could be wrong on that, is the middle one that has the alien like that's stalking this woman and stuff at her house, which is the low point for me segment wise for sure. But it's fun all the way through. I'm gonna post the Look movie link for anyone in the chat who wants to watch along. It's also on Shutter. I'm sure it's on other places too. It's on Tubi. I know that also.
Had a great streaming platform. They've come out with some bangers this year. Flipping
Oh
Stop
yeah,
Motion is up there for my horror
stop
of the
motion is
year.
very good.
I love Stop Motion a lot.
Very, very good film. That I mean, they've been killing it. When Evil Lurks last year was
Oh
my
God.
film of the year, and that was
Yeah.
through Shutter. Everything that they've been putting out.
Late
Oddity,
Night with the
was that a
Devil.
Shudder? Late Night with the Devil is my second favorite of the year.
Yeah,
Behind
it's been a
Longlegs.
banger year for horror. It's been
Dude,
very
this year
good.
has been phenomenal for
This
horror.
might be the best year we've had in quite a while.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Like last year was a kind of lackluster year for the genre. 2022 was the year that I started the channel, and early that 2022. So that year I was decent, I remember. But this year trumps everything
Oh,
from since I
dude.
started the channel to years before that, maybe a few years. What's up, Darkroom? How you doing, buddy? I
Dark
just want
Room.
to say I hope you have a good weekend. You too, man.
Great name.
Hope you do
Yeah.
some yeah, if you're not subscribed to Darkroom Reviews, people head out and subscribe. Awesome guy. Great content too. And yeah, have a great weekend, man. Do some spooky shit. Ah shit, now I forgot what I was talking about before that. Yeah, this movie. I think I was saying this to you backstage that I think this is still like his most surreal film. Damien Leone, just with like the visual imagery that reminds me of Toby Hooper a lot,
Nice.
with just disturbing, chaotic shit going on and that grainy, gritty look that makes it look like it's real almost, but the surrealness juxtaposes that and makes it feel like a fucking nightmare. That when I watch this movie and certain scenes of it, like I feel like that would be exactly how it would seem if I was having a nightmare, exactly like this. And I don't think he's captured that same feeling with the Terrifier films. He does a great job with it, but I think this is by far his most surreal movie.
Nice.
But you ready to go? And then I'll
Yeah.
do a 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep.
Anyone in the chat who comes in as it goes, we'll put timestamps and everything. All Hallows Eve in 3, 2, 1, go. Hit the wrong remote. Now it's going. Good. Oh, Shutter has like a little intro.
Yeah.
20,
Umbrella.
20 years of Umbrella Entertainment. You were just talking about Umbrella with the release.
Ruthless Pictures.
That's a great name too. Gotta lower that.
Yeah, just with the orange and stuff like that, this screams Halloween. And
Yeah, it's
VHS too,
just the
by the way.
perfect. Yeah, yeah, I can see that, especially
Yeah.
with the gritty look to this movie.
Yeah.
It could give a found footage effect
And
sometimes.
since the fact she finds a VHS with the stuff on here, like it's like, good
Absolutely, yeah.
homage to that.
VHS came out when 2012, 2011 or
2012.
2012,
Yeah.
right? 2012. So a year before this.
That's top tier anthology to me.
Yeah,
I
the
love the
first
VHS films.
two. I love
Yeah, the first two are great.
They're the best in my opinion. I still got to watch Beyond. I've been talking to Jinja about this.
Oh, Beyond? Yeah, I still need to watch Beyond.
Yeah, I've watched it. I put it on twice. And like I just like once I fell asleep, I think the first time, and the second time I was just tired. It wasn't the movie. And the second time I threw it on the background while I was editing and I wasn't paying attention fully. So I gotta like sit down with no distractions and watch it.
Yeah.
But 85, I didn't care for the last one that much.
99. Oh, I loved
99.
85. Oh, was it what is it? Dream Kill. Dream Kill is great.
Yeah, that one was good. That was the last segment.
That's the show stealer for that.
That was the last segment, I think.
I like the first one. I liked how they continued that story with all the kids with the water.
Oh, that's right.
Like that, dude. That was good.
Continue it in the fourth one.
Yeah.
I remember when I was watching it, and I said in my review of it, I said, if that was it, like with that first segment, I would have been pissed. And
Yeah,
then I was glad that on that first watch that they weaved it back in a later segment.
I thought
But
that was smart. But yeah,
it was
Dream
all
Kill is
right,
definitely the
85.
show
Dream
stealer.
Kill
That
was the best.
you could do that by itself. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
that was the best by far in
Yeah.
85. 99 though, I think is the best since the first two.
I like 99. I did
I
not care
really
for
like
was
that
it
one.
96? I didn't like
Or
96.
94, yeah, I don't
The
care for
94.
94 too much. I love the Rat Man segment,
Oh
Ratma.
yeah, the Ratman's terrific.
That's one of the best in the series, I think. But everything after that in 94 varies a lot in
I
the
love the
quality.
opening watching Night of the Living Dead where she's looking at her goddamn phone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, this is great. It's such a great intro to this movie, and I was right in my Terrifier 3. I had bloopers in the end of that, and I was trying to think of her name, the girl. It's Timmy and Tia, and I said Tara first, and then I
Mhm.
said, "No, no, it's Tia." That could be wrong too. I don't know, but it
Redhead,
is
yeah.
Tia, Timmy and Tia, and I love her, Katie McGuire. I think she's gorgeous.
And the chick that looks like Jenna Ortega. I have that stupid wannabe goth look to him.
No, Katie McGuire. I like how she was in the beginning of Terrifier, the first one, as a news reporter who
Yeah,
has
the
a
news
Victoria
reporter gets
on.
her face tore off.
Yep.
Ugh.
Who's a few minutes earlier says, "If I ever look like that, kill me," to her husband on the phone. And then
Oh,
it's exactly what happens to her. The fact that this bitch though lets them watch this tape. My daughter's 10, and that's how old these kids are in this movie. They're 10. And they're in the first segment alone when they're cutting the baby out of the woman and stuff like that. I would
oh.
never let my daughter watch that type of shit. She'd be terrified anyway. She's not. I can't get into horror yet. She's like the Beetlejuice. I made her watch that like a month and a half, 2 months ago. She enjoyed that quite a quite a decent amount. So, but like full on scary movies and stuff, no, she's not into it yet.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben
Ben Grimm.
Grimm.
Ben Grimm, he's
This,
great.
oh, he's amazing.
He watches like everything. His reviews are
Yeah.
very good.
Ben has been around for a while and a good friend too. He stops in all the time whenever he can. We really like All Hallows Eve 2. I don't remember too much.
Good
I
old
do remember.
clamshell
I know
cake.
the pumpkin killer dude with the mask and everything. I don't remember the segments. The last time I watched it was like 2 years ago when I did a video on both of these. I did All Hallows Eve and All Hallows Eve 2.
You're not watching it.
That was the last time. That
Said
was
you're
the
not
last time.
watching it.
Oh, this is a movie I've seen. I've seen this movie so many times that I know exactly what's going on at every beat.
Like I say, shades from Inside, which I still need to check out.
Oh, Inside
That's
is
a
great.
Christmas film.
It is. I said that when I covered it. I said this is a Christmas movie, a very deranged Christmas movie, but still a Christmas movie.
The typical
I like the
braces.
whole dynamic. Yeah, I love the whole dynamic between Tia, the girl, and the babysitter. I forget
The
the
kid with the
babysitter's Katie
Justin Bieber
McGuire's.
haircut.
Yeah. His eyes are very spaced apart too. Like he has weird
Yeah.
eyes, the way that they're spaced. He
Yeah.
looks like an alien almost at some points, and there's like certain shots.
Eh.
And we won't make you carve the pumpkin is not the strongest bargaining chip to like watch some creepy ass videotape slipped into your bag. I wonder if in Terror we know there's going to be Terrifier 4. There might be a Terrifier 5, is what Damien Leone has been
Give
saying.
me give me a box set in the future.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
what I
I
say.
ask.
There's been nothing so far in the series that I haven't loved every time that a new one comes out. I love
This
all
is the
3
new
films.
this is the new splatter slasher, as I call them. This is
Oh,
like
yeah.
grindhouse-esque, better than
Yep,
you can get.
absolutely. I wonder if they're gonna tie back to All Hallows Eve in some way in the 4th or 5th movie,
I can see
because
that.
we see a lot of supernatural stuff in this movie, with the art coming out of the TV, at the end, and also just, like, from this first film that he's supernatural. even if we don't get like confirmation of exactly what he is until like Terrifier 2, even though we have the ending of 1 which highly implies it.
It's like
But
mixed between Pennywise and Freddy Krueger because you
yeah.
have literally a demon, but you don't know. So
Mhm. Now this first segment that she turned on here at the beginning of the tape is his short, Leone's short, The Ninth Circle, which I think was like 2009, 2010, something like that is when he did that short and the Terror.
hello. Yeah, he's totally different. Just by the way he looks, he's different.
Hey Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, hey Jamie,
Crazy people are everywhere. Are you the sane people? No, we're the absolutely insane people too.
I
So,
noticed the one bird looking thing looked like it was from Dark Crystal.
oh, what in the when in the segment when she
Yeah,
gets
it's like the
taken down
trailer.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The creature design, like the weird fucked up faces they all have, monster faces. The witch one, it's hokey looking, but it's supposed to be, and it looks fucking creepy.
I need to do a watch along one day of have you seen Mad God?
No.
Oh, from Tippett is his last name. He did the practical effects for RoboCop 2.
Oh,
Phil
okay.
Tippett's. It was
No,
on
I never
Shutter.
saw it.
Yeah, it's called Mad God. It's a trip.
I gotta add that to the watch list. The ever growing watch list. I forgot again. I didn't look at during the credits of the guys who I'm looking it up who plays Art in this film. I can never
I'm
remember
sorry,
his
Jamie.
name.
I'm a psychopath. I can't. That's why I'm more of a homebody. I live the Unabomber lifestyle. You know what I mean?
There
So
you go.
I gotta stay real good with it.
All right, who plays him?
That looks like Danielle Harris sitting
I
in the
can see
chair.
it. I can see it a little bit. Yeah, the way that she's shot in at certain angles.
Great costumes too that they have. That's terrific.
Mike Gianelli. That's the name. Who
Gianelli. It's
plays
like, come on, let's go.
who plays Art? Yeah, is Gianelli. I don't know how I always forget that name, but I remember Mary Mazer is the actress from the third segment with Art the Clown. Always remember her name. And Katie McGuire. Can't remember the guy who played Art in this movie. How's everything, Jamie? Doing good? Oh, I didn't see that go. I'm a
Oh,
little
there he
over this
is.
week.
Yeah, the
Not
mat.
gonna
You can
lie.
tell the mask is different. The head's a little bigger,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
and the very arcing eyebrows that look like
yeah, they're
McDonald's.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, that's very different too. The design is very different.
the kid likes it. I always
Look at
like
his
that. The
eyes.
kid loves it.
Yeah, and
He's
his
like, oh
eyes,
yeah,
dude. They're so spread apart. His eyes.
I
Jamie,
got a
I'm a little
present for
over this
you.
week. I'm not gonna lie. Voldemort is back, and he's been making things very difficult for me. I'm sorry to hear, Jamie. Hopefully, everything gets better. And leading up to Spooky Day and this whole week, we got a whole bunch of shit in the community going on.
Please stop.
Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah, him honking the horn is
He's
great.
like,
Which is
oh okay. He's like,
I
no
was at
problem.
I
I
was
got
at
you.
I was at a panel for Terrifier, and he said the dude who plays Art was his roommate. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Damien Leone's roommate was Mike Gianelli, who played this.
I can see that.
We're all a little mad here. Yeah, we all go a little mad sometimes. Dun, 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 dun.
Can't rain all the time.
Wait, Voldemort. It's great to see everybody in chat hanging out and saying hey and
Yeah,
stuff.
wait, Voldemort. Yeah,
This is our month. This is Halloween upon us.
the fake flower.
Yeah, with then the
Oh
bug fucking
yeah.
crawls out of it. Yeah, that would freak me out too. And I'm not really afraid of bugs, but that's just gross.
Where are you going?
I mean, there's nothing against.
Oh yeah, the syringe. There he
Yeah, those drugs
goes.
are
You gotta
nothing
try
against
harder. Oh,
Gianelli,
those fucking
but
cockroaches.
I mean, David Howard Thornton has taken this character to an unbelievable level.
Night night.
Like, especially Terrifier 3, like with Thornton's performance in 3 alone. that's his movie. I mean, I don't want to say bad about
Oh,
Gianelli
that's
here.
great. Yeah, you're on a trip, honey. Dude, that's like
Is the yellow eyes that we've
yeah,
seen a few times since in the Terrifier films.
that's very Lovecraftian like.
Yeah, yeah. I love how both the
The kid
girls
like loves
are.
it.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, that was like most of us when we were
You know,
kids
most of
watching
us
our
at that
horror
age
movies.
are. Yeah, we want to see it. Yeah, we
Oh
want to
yeah,
see it.
that was me at 6 watching Halloween and the Friday films.
That was a good screenshot there with the cockroaches. You saw the other one was trying to dig into the fake flower. You saw him like
Yeah,
literally crawling towards it. I was like, whoa, that's a trip. It's a good shot.
yeah. There's a lot of great shots throughout
Sometimes you get lucky
all
too.
these
They
segments.
know that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Help me, please.
I mean, it's got to be terrifying situation. You just wake up
Literally.
after a guy in a clown suit drugs you, and you're chained to a wall with 2 other women. Oh, that's got to be insane.
Like with Mr. McAvoy in Split.
Yeah,
Favorite Shyamalan
yeah,
film.
exactly. Yeah, that's my second favorite behind Sixth Sense. I think that's his. I think he hit his stride too early with Sixth Sense. Made some decent films along the
I like
years. Fell
old.
into
Old is
oblivion.
terrifying. Old can
Old
be
is good.
terrifying, man.
Old, I
Yeah.
actually is a newer one that I enjoyed from him. But I feel like then he was diving. Then Split was just a near masterpiece from him.
Yeah, that's
Glass
literally
I
a
Didn't
horror
Care
film.
For,
Yeah. Unbreakable is really good. I like
Trap.
Samuel L. Jackson's part there as a
Yeah,
blast.
Unbreakable is fun. Unbreakable is a fun one. I don't watch it often, but it's definitely in his
It's like the
more
first
top
like
tier
dark
films.
kind of horror like superhero film because literally it says
Yeah.
every hero needs a villain. And I'm like,
Oh, Voldemort. And nice. I mean, good to see your sense of humor. You got the Eminem reference. You actually threatened your drums in chat earlier. So get the fuck out of here. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I mean I do, but I don't remember the last time he's been around. Voldemort. Just fucking block him, Jamie.
Joe, your band. That's what I say. Like it's like a dreary, like underground industrial place where you see like the rust with blood on the walls, the hands.
Yeah, it's a disturbing location. Like one of the last places you'd want to wake up, like come to.
It's like, no, not here. It's like Saw. You don't want to wake up there. Hell no.
That dirty ass bathroom. And then this one girl, she's done for already. I mean, the main girl here is right. You got to fight back. You got to find a way out because if not, you're dead already.
You kind of have like the leader of the group, like we have to find our way out of here, type of thing.
You're around for me twice a year. Yeah, I know we've talked a bit about it. It's crazy. Yeah, good. Just keep blocking every account.
He's like
That's
Legion.
pretty much the most you can do with that. He's like Legion. It's sad that we have such a great community, but then there's just some sick fucking people that randomly pop up.
Oh, dude, it's a rabbit hole. It's like people on 4chan, all these Reddit, and all these
Oh
other fun.
yeah. Reddit became so toxic over the years, dude. I still the only Reddit
I've
I
almost been
really
tempted
go
to go
to.
on there to see all the sick shit you can find because it can go deep. You can go deep
Oh,
into this shit and
absolutely.
find some bad shit.
The only Reddit I ever go on is the one browser, the Dark Souls like ones and stuff, and Challenger
Oh,
ones for
yeah.
Dark Souls. That's it. Like I don't go anywhere else near Reddit.
Souls games are horror games. Like,
Absolutely, they definitely have aspects of it, and Bloodborne is full on Lovecraft.
oh, yeah, that's vampire type stuff. Even the It says the name in
There's
Elden Ring.
Beasts. There's the
Whack.
yeah, Elden Ring 2 has a ton of all of FromSoft's games have a
It's the
ton of
it's the one
horror
demon dude.
elements.
He goes, "Welcome to the last dynasty." The way he says it instead of dynasty, it's
Yeah,
dynasty. He goes,
yeah,
"Siet."
yeah. I occasionally jump into Reddit for follow. Yeah, like that's the only time I use Reddit really is gaming stuff. I think that's the only Reddits I ever really go to. Unless it's like if I have like an interview and like with somebody and like there's a Reddit for that film or film series, then like I'll drop a link in there and stuff to promote it a bit. Besides that, like it's just only video game subreddits. I'm sure I'll be on GTA 6's in 2, 3 years, whenever that comes out. It's
Ooh,
supposed to be 2 years, right?
supposed to
2026.
be. Isn't John
Oh, this
Carpenter doing? Well, that's all he does now. Isn't he doing that one slasher type horror game? I think I forget the name of it right now. I know there's one coming out, kind of like Dead by Daylight, but not.
yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. I never
I
liked Dead by Daylight though.
It's just kind
I
of
can't get
fun
into the
for
game loop.
fans of that, but I'd rather play Until Dawn, stuff like that.
Until Dawn was great. I love that game.
Very young Hayden Panettiere in
Yeah, that they had a great cast and for the voices for that, and I love that the
that's a
whole
choose your adventure type
Wendigo.
of game.
Yeah, exactly. The whole Wendigo storyline and stuff, which we don't get a lot of Wendigo stuff in horror.
There's another one too, not by Dark Pictures, but by somebody else too. I forget the name that came out, I think a couple years ago. It's pretty good.
Yeah, those choose your own adventure games and stuff to like what they've evolved into now, like with until like games like Until Dawn. Those games could be so fun. Like the strange, not Stranger Things. Life is Strange is a really good
Yeah.
game from years ago. That it's got a few sequels, I think, are since then and stuff. I think I played the second one, but the original one is very, very good.
The Evil Within, stuff like that.
Evil Within's great, both of them. I'm playing the Silent Hill too. I want to get that, Jamie. I got to get that
That
soon.
looks so good. It's so
Oh
funny
yeah,
like that, looking
I
at it
know.
like
I love the effects on him. That just
well,
makes it
from the
like so
kids too,
over the
watching
top.
it like on the television, right? They're all like
Yeah.
doing the reaction like we would.
I love how over the top it is though. And that arm, that fucking
And
hand cut off
you're
looks
letting the
good.
kids watch it. Shame on you.
This is like right from the beginning. You've seen Damien Leone's amazing practical effects work.
Yeah, she did.
It looks like something you see in like House of a Thousand Corpses,
Or the
like
unseen, right? What's in the basement?
underground. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That or like The Hills Have Eyes, even
Oh,
like the remake.
oh
Right?
yeah.
It's just like a deformed ass creature that we never get an answer on what it is. It doesn't matter. I like it that way.
We need a better release of that. A remake to that. That's a damn good remake.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh
Wes
yeah, I
Craven
love
has
that.
some good
I
remakes. Like
do
Last
like
House on the Left is a damn good remake too.
that. Is a very good remake. I really like that. I might prefer that to
Right? It's up
Craven's
there.
original.
It's up there for one of the better remakes done at the time. The only
Yeah,
problem is I think people have with it is the part that Hess played, because it's a different
yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah. I could see that.
Because you
But
can't duplicate that. That's a great mask.
that movie, the other, yeah, I know. All of these masks look so good in this movie. And then there's the witch one when she's like brewing the pot and stuff like that, her little brew.
Yeah.
It's so obviously a mask, but it adds to the dreamlike, like nightmare fuel creepiness of this.
Yeah, like a ritual.
Yeah. Oh
The
shit!
whole
Are
plain
they?
like white masks, as I call them.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jamie
there it
was
is.
asking. The Quarry, was that the game you were thinking of
Yeah.
earlier? Let's choose your own adventure. They're making a Until Dawn movie. Wow, man! I did not know that. That'll be interesting.
That
I'll
could
watch that.
work. That could work.
Yeah, they'd have to really go through, I guess, every choice in the game, the story, unless they go like on their own separate way and doesn't follow the game at all, which is a
That
big
would be a trippy
possibility.
movie experience if they did that. Is like have her choose, right? What are they going to do? I'm like, dude, that's a trip.
Yeah. No, that could
That's
be
right.
very
She's pregnant.
interesting. Uh, yeah, I know this is a fucked up scene.
I like the macabre masks the best. That's a trippy. That's old school, like gothic 1800s, the
Yeah,
1700s masks.
like the druid,
Here we
cotton on the
go.
hoods they have on too.
Yeah, we're going to do a birther scene here, people. That's right.
Imagine being that girl strapped down to that stone slab watching this
Please don't. Please don't.
and knowing that something is happening, you're about to get just the worst shit ever done to you next. I
He's
love
like,
that mask.
whoa.
I love that mask. Yeah, he's just blown away.
She is very pretty. Those are pretty eyes she has. Those are very pretty.
Katie McGuire, the
Oh,
babysitter. Yeah, the gore looks fucking great.
my mom would go into the bathroom and throw up, and
Oh
she's
yeah, absolutely.
watched
Mine too.
extreme. She's watched extreme films like this, but yeah, to be like, nope.
And they take the goblet, which is
Yeah, drink the
just
blood of the dragon. Oh, she did.
huge Rosemary's Baby vibes here.
Yes.
With the devil or whatever he is, the head demon looks like the devil himself,
First
comes and
Omen too, with
rapes
that
her.
one scene they did in the First Omen, taken straight from Rosemary's Baby, in my opinion, with the hands and shit like that. That was a trip.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Rosemary's Baby. I've said that many times. I respect it as a classic. I actually got more out of it. I've seen it like 5, 6 times in my life.
I
Always
think it's
tried to give it a
way ahead
chance.
of its time. I think it's way
Yeah,
ahead of its time.
I just think it's so fucking boring. It's one
Mia
of those movies,
Farrow,
and
though, having her
I
go
love.
through that.
Oh yeah, I love Mia Farrow, which she's in The Haunting of Julia, which is a fucking top
Oh,
10,
Haunting of
top
Julia is a
20 movie of
masterpiece.
mine. It
That's a
is.
masterpiece.
That movie compared to Rosemary's Baby is leaps and bounds in Julia's direction in their favor, in that movie's
Based off the
favor.
book by Peter Straub,
Yes,
um,
excellent.
which the movie is a little bit different than the book, but his books
Yeah,
were the hardest to translate into film, believe it or not.
yeah. I've read a few of Straub's novels. I never read the Julia.
Uh-oh. That mask looks like the one Tim Curry had as Darkness in Legend a little bit.
Oh yeah, I can see that. You're right. I love that montage right there.
I love that
That
montage.
quick
It's like it's a
cut, and then him honking the horn.
euphoric, right? It's like a preview to what's happening next. It's like, I'm going to
Yeah.
take you on a ride here.
Yep. It's very well done. And then that's when she shuts the TV off.
No conclusion to him either. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, nobody gets out alive, stuff like that. It's just like, won't give them nightmares.
I love how they say, like, we've seen so much worse than that
It's
online every
probably
day. They're
true.
like, you're 10 years old. Like, what the hell are you watching online? Your parents should ground you.
It's like somebody I remember seeing on Orbit is releasing a film called Paradise. I watched that on TV as a kid. It's like a takeoff of the Blue Lagoon a little bit. It's a different film. I'm like, I might have to get
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's nostalgia right there. Yeah, that's a
Oh, yeah,
good
you're right.
series of
Ginger
games.
Minj. I remember I played the first one or maybe the second one. I know I played the first one. But yeah, that's fun also. And that's actually Parry Shen from the Hatchet series.
Yeah.
He did the voice in one of those games. He was mentioning it when I had him on. He did the voice on one of those projects in that Walking Dead game series. Those are fun.
Telltale did another one called, what is it, The Wolf Within, I think.
That sounds
Um,
familiar.
yeah.
I don't think I definitely didn't play
Look at those small
it.
ass iPhones. That's probably like a 4.
I love the Last House remake. Jamie says so good. Yeah, the Last House
No,
on the
it's
Left.
really good. I have
And the
the
other.
studio uncut version of that.
Oh, you have to. I mean, for that. And the other big rape revenge film from the 70s, I Spit on Your Grave. That remake, I think, I enjoy better than the original I Spit
I
on Your
still need to
Grave.
watch both of those. I need to watch the OG, which I have. I have the 4K of that, of the OG, and then the remake I have as part of Lionsgate. They called it like 10 times the terror. That film's on there.
Yeah, no, check them out. I mean, the first one is a cult classic now, but it's definitely disturbing. But the remake the kills are much more brutal and over the top and like gory, like a much more gory. I don't know.
Right.
I really love the remake to I Spit on
And
Your Grave.
as a modern take too for it.
Yeah,
So it
it's not a
works.
movie I watch often, but when like I do, I prefer watching the remake, even though I do
Nice.
really enjoy the original.
There's that. There's the Night Train Murders directed by Aldo Lado. I recommend everybody see that. That film is brutal as hell.
The Night Train Murders. I've heard of that. I've never seen that.
It's a
I I
it's a
gotta check
Last
that
House
out.
kind of knockoff done on Christmas.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's more disturbing. That some scenes are more disturbing in Last House, in my opinion.
Jinjo says the remake of I Spit on Your Grave has some freaking brutal scenes in it. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the most famous one in the original really is the castration from the original one. She cuts this guy's dick off.
Yeah, it was in the
That's like the
bathtub, wasn't it?
that's yeah. That's the most brutal one in like the original. The ones in the remake are all fucking brutal, like
They
really brutal.
deserve it.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And that's why I think I enjoy the remake because it's just so much more cathartic, seeing these motherfuckers get what they deserve in like the most brutal ways possible.
I like revenge stuff like that. It's done right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like with films like Massacre at Central High, which later turned into The Wraith. Same
Oh yeah,
story,
the
kind of
rape.
different
Yeah,
premise.
I really like Katie McGuire. Like I said, I think she's hot as shit too. But I wish you see her in more horror movies.
Yeah.
The
She may
Babysitter.
show up, who knows, in the next Terrifier one. Like I said, I haven't seen anything
Yeah,
since the
she
first.
possibly could. I mean, turn up in 4 or 5. Even though I don't know how that would work in the universe because her character's dead. But she could play another character. She
Leone
could play
does
another
his
character.
research, like with the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Like, dude, how
Yeah.
many cameos from other characters in that series do we get? We got a lot. So it's like,
Hey Johnny, what's up, brother?
hey, the Wild Guys, what's going on?
Happy spooky season.
Yeah, spooky season.
That's what I've been calling it all month. I don't know why. So I'm going. I
Every
went
day
with
for me is
spooky
Halloween.
season for
It's my
this month.
favorite
Yeah,
time
I
for
know
time of the
exactly.
season.
It's always horror. It's on the horror. It's always
They even have
Halloween.
slashers on Christmas, dude, like Christmas Cruelty, Christmas
Yep.
Blood. Come
Christmas
on now.
Evil,
Christmas Evil,
Silent Night, Deadly Night,
Silent Night. That
Silent
one,
Night. I
like
just
Mr.
rewatched that the
Steve
other night,
Miner.
dude.
Yeah, Steve Miner.
Yeah, dude. That remake is brutal. The kill. Talking about brutal kills. The kills in Silent Night from 2012 are brutal. They got those made one of the top kills compilation videos I did, and
Christmas Cruelty is messed up, like
I don't
really
remember
messed
if I've
up.
seen that one
It's
actually.
extreme
I think
Norwegian.
I have, but I don't remember it. And it's
Yeah,
been so
Gorphobe talked to the directors of that.
oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, he had
Well,
him sign it.
that's one maybe I'll do in December. I'll do a
That's
video on it and
extreme.
watch
It's
that.
extreme. There's some bad shit in there.
Oh, and it's another one. Don't Open Till Christmas. Another great one with
Oh, that's
some
from
great
Dick
great
Randall, isn't it?
kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, UK
Vinegar
film.
Syndrome had that.
Yeah, and it's at the UK. That was a great movie. Slasher, Christmas slasher that has
Yeah.
some really gory kills in it for the time for the 80s.
There's there's one. It's Krampus versus Santa Claus, I think it is, but I forget the name of it. I actually have it. I heard it's quite good, but it's all happening in the dude's mind that he's fighting this creature.
Krampus versus Santa Claus. I mean, that could be a blast. And this is right where this is. I love this. How just she knew that this little girl was going to start asking about that clown being real.
Like serial killer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love how smart she is to put that together and think of that too. She's like, this could really happen. It's not like a monster. It's not like a werewolf or vampire. It's like a serial killer. And she doesn't know what to say to the babysitter. She just changes the subject and tries to get out of there because you can't win that argument with a kid because they're right.
There's another one too. It's like it was done before Home Alone too, and it's like a criminal, like in a Santa Claus outfit and stuff, stalking this kid in his house. And they got the
Um,
idea for that to do
I know what
Home
you're
Alone, I
talking about. I
believe. I
can't
forget
think
the
of the
name of
name.
it.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. I know what you're talking about. You ever see that movie? That this is one that I watch every Christmas. The last few years since it came out, or well, around Christmas. Um, Now I can't think of the goddamn name. What the fuck? Because I got He Sees You When You're Sleeping. That new one coming out in my head.
Oh,
Better
yeah, he
watch
sees
out.
you when you're
Better
sleeping. That's brand new.
better watch out is the
Better
one
watch out. I heard
from
that's
like
okay. I didn't hear that was that
I
good.
like it a lot. It's very Home Alone esque. Like there's like a kill in there that's straight out of Home Alone.
Gotta love the love for Romero in this, dude. It's so good. Look at that. It's like
Yeah.
all time great film.
Oh, absolutely. Yo, we got Dracula in the house. What's up, Bat?
Alucard, what's going on?
Alucard.
Alucard.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, it's great. He throws a lot of Romero in here. And I know the producer or executive producer Steve Barton is a huge Night of the Living Dead fan too.
Nice, very nice. Hey, what's up, Cal?
Hey, Cal.
Welcome back to this.
How you
Welcome
doing,
back
buddy?
too, by the way. He did a great video on a slasher I recently purchased because of watching that video of his.
Which one? I'll check it out. Which one?
um,
Jay Tizzle. How you doing, brother?
you'll mention it in chat.
Yeah, what
It was
video?
released by Anchor Bay.
Was that, Cal? What's last?
Robert Patrick is in it.
Okay. I mean, I know Robert Patrick. I'm trying to think of a slasher.
It's funny. She tells her all this stuff too, and you happen to see that creak in like the closet door, and you're like,
yeah, how it lingers on that shot a bit.
Yeah,
I like that. Same with when you. I think it happens in a little bit, right? We didn't pass it when the door's jiggling. Yeah, it's later because they're both in. She sleeps in the bed with him.
Yeah,
but I like how like it's his little sister and stuff. She gives her shit, but then like he sees that she is afraid and stuff. Says, "All right, come
big
on,
sister." Yeah.
It's
like because I'm a man, but I can't do this for myself.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, "All right, get in here." It's like, and then they start like fighting over the sheets.
Okay, I'm gonna watch the rest of it because you can't help yourself. The nice bottle of wine and those nice, sexy boots of hers.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I said, she's so fucking gorgeous in this movie, and the Terrifier one.
Yeah, she gets all carved up and shit.
And that's why I didn't know why people were getting in such a fucking fuss over the Terrifier 3 with the teaser when the teaser trailer came out and the girl that's in the first 10 minutes of the movie and stuff, and some people were flipping out like, oh, they're gonna kill a kid and stuff. It's like, yo, they decapitate the two kids in this movie at the end of this movie. This is 11 years ago.
Want to be here.
Yeah, this is the Adela 3. This is, in my opinion, the weakest segment for sure. And I don't know if it's because I don't know if this was just shot and written for the anthology here, because the last one and the last one, like the previous one and the next one, are both shorts of his that he had filmed for like a few years before this. So I feel like this might be the weakest because it was written just for this movie and it didn't have as much time put into it. Still good.
Yeah.
I love alien shit. And art plays into it because he's the painting that the husband of this woman painted like the night before in a trance, she says.
Homage to a picture of Dorian Gray.
Yeah, right. Let me see. Here's the name. Put this up first. Thank you so much for the kind words.
That's the name of it.
Here, it's for you, Chris. Cal says, thank you so much for the kind word. / that was a huge compliment.
Huge compliment. Yeah, he did a great deep dive on After Dark.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
He talks about the final girls in that. He like describes each of them. It's done really well. Yeah,
I gotta check out both the movie and your video, Cal. I definitely haven't seen that.
That was released by Anchor Bay. Initially.
Was it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Later on, Anchor Bay before the end had some good ones. Like Pandora was a good release by then. Pandorum, excuse me.
Pandorum.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Pandorum. I know the name.
Apollo 18 is a great found footage film, in my opinion. No,
Apollo 18 is interesting for sure. I feel like it could be a little boring at times throughout it, but it is a very interesting and fun premise. And that's a lesser known found footage movie.
Yeah, I love it personally because they play it like Blair Witch Project a little bit because of Lunar Truth and the whole website and all that shit. I'm like, well, what now? So
yeah. No, you don't hear that one mentioned often. And yeah, Jamie loves Pandorum. It's underrated.
The ending to Pandorum is great because you don't see it coming. I'm like, okay. Paintings of yourself. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That's a vanity.
I mean, it's got to be scary being this woman. You have you see a crash or hear a crash, and then all your power goes out,
Like
and
a
you're by
haunted
yourself because
house.
your husband's working and shit. And then she goes out in the bit, and the car don't start, and she's trying to rationalize it, saying like, "All right, it's like a meteor, like the one that fell in Russia a few
Meow,
years ago, or
boom.
something like that." But you know it's not. You know it's a fucking alien. And I love the look of the alien in this segment.
Like, do they really come in peace?
Yeah, right. They come with very obvious giveaway fucking lights on their chest because I always say, well, just avoid that light. It's got a bright blue light that shines out of its chest, so you know where it is and when it's coming at all times. So this woman should just avoid that streak of light at all costs. You'll be safe.
The light from the eyes came from the, newer It film too. Because I remember the creature, Pennywise, he had those eyes too. They'd glow and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. They use that in a lot of movies to show that something's possessed or that it's pure evil.
It's not what you think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I don't like is like a lot of the movies that used that like early 90s, late 80s, or even mid 80s, like green eye effect when the eyes were turning green,
Yeah.
like Ghoulies and a ton of movies, like some of Full
Mother of
Moon does.
Tears.
Yeah, yeah, but Full Moon movies do it a lot. I really don't care for that much, that effect, unless it's like Demonic Toys is a Full Moon film that uses that pretty well.
Oh, Demonic Toys. Yeah.
Yeah. The kid in that movie deserves a fucking award. This kid who like they dub over his, like, acting, they dub a old voiceover to make it really fucking creepy, but the way the kid acts and stuff, like, this kid looked like pulled it off excellently, that he's this evil force and stuff. It's really, really good acting. That kid
I haven't
deserves a
s
child actor award.
Nice. Cal mentions I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. I haven't seen the original
I
in
was just gonna
years,
bring that
so
up.
I
Let me
can't
see.
comment. I didn't think it was that great to begin with anyway, so
I'm not a fan of the first, of that whole series, but the original, I have some nostalgia for it because it came out when I was growing up.
it's definitely 90s elevated slasher, as I like calling it, like, for that
Yeah,
time.
I mean, to me, I'd call him like graded slash instead of elevated, just because I
Yeah.
feel anything, all those post Scream slashers, I don't care for. And
That's what I mean, everything came after that, you know?
yeah,
Hand
there's
it
a
to Wes
few.
Craven, he's the one that brought it back, and
Yeah,
John Williamson, so
yeah, I don't like Williamson. Anything by him. The Faculty is the
did you
only
like Sick? Sick
thing
was
I love
actually
by
quite
him.
good.
I
Like,
didn't like Sick at all. No,
oh, I
I
thought that
didn't.
should
I
have
thought
been the
it
newest
sucked.
Scream film. I thought that should have been the newer Scream. I thought that would have worked better. You do a Scream film during the pandemic and shit
Like,
like that, that
if
would
he
work perfectly.
combined some ideas from both, I could see that. No, actually, Cal, that was one I was just gonna bring up is, Urban Legend is one I can watch and enjoy for sure. Even the final cut, the second Urban Legend film, I can watch that one too and have fun with it.
I haven't seen Urban Legend in forever either.
Yeah, I did a video on Urban Legend, and that was fun. I still, like, trashed it, a lot of it,
Now,
because a
is
lot
that
of
the one
it's
with Brad
stupid,
Dourif?
but I can
Ye
have fun
Yeah,
with that. Yeah, with Brad Dourif, Robert Englund, Loretta
All-Star cast.
Devine from Boston Public back in the day, that TV series, for Tree McBride. I
I would
love Loretta Devine.
yeah, good old phone ringing.
For anyone in the chat who's come in and wants to watch along with us, there's the Look Movie link again. We'll give a timestamp if anyone needs it. I love how he asks, "Is everything okay?" She's like, "No."
No, it's not okay. The power went out, and then I saw this light.
Yeah, I saw this big ass thing crash right near the house. Nothing's working.
I would like Behind the Mask too, to tell you the truth. I really like the Leslie Vernon first one. I mean, that's a fun one. They could do a second one if they wanted.
I remember not liking Urban Legend 2, but I need to rewatch. It's been, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen it in a while too, Cal.
I
But
have Cherry Falls.
I
I still need
do
to
like
watch it.
Cherry Falls is another fun one. That's a
Michael
fun one.
Biehn. Yeah, Michael
And
Biehn's in that.
Valentine's, another early
Valentine is great.
2000s
I actually
post
like
Scream
Valentine a lot.
slasher. Yeah, that I think is one of the best like ones that were still influenced by Scream and feeling Scream's influence. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like Valentine.
A young, Katherine Heigl and, damn, there's some cute ones in there.
Oh,
Denise
yeah, and,
Richards and
what's her yeah, Denise Richards, yep.
yep.
Yeah, Valentine's fun, Cal. Maybe I don't know the
David
last time you
Boreanaz
watched it.
is kind of stale. He's always been kind of a stale character in anything he does, but he works okay for that.
What really stood out for me with, the last time I rewatched it, which was with Sean on, his channel probably like a year ago or so, we rewatched it. The lighting is excellent in that film. In
It is,
Valentine,
it's
there's
very
some
good.
really good lighting and really good camera work in that film.
Good kills in there, they get right to the point too, that's what I like about it, and I love the
Yeah,
Cupid mask. They would
yep,
use that later in, Happy Death Day. If you didn't
yeah,
know,
and it gives me vibes of Alice, Sweet Alice,
good point.
which
I never thought
is
of
an
it that way,
excellent,
that's crazy.
film. Yeah, I always looked at the Valentine's mask as like a one that because you can see through the mask from Alice, Sweet Alice.
Alice
Like, it's
Sweet
like a
Alice is
see-through
great.
transparent mask with the face,
Yeah,
like, on it. Like, Valentine's kinda similar, but it's not transparent, it's a full-on mask. But it always gave me vibes of Alice, Sweet Alice.
nice.
Yeah, I love the Bloody Valentine remake. I just
There's
did a
masks
video on
like
that,
that
last
in
month or
Hush,
slash
the
September.
one white mask the dude wears in Hush and stuff like that, kind of all plain
Yeah,
like that
Hush
when he
too,
takes it
yep.
off.
That's an underrated Flanagan film too.
That's getting a physical release from, Scream Factory.
I
He
heard
pushed
that
for that. He
because
pushed hard for that.
it was on Netflix, just on Netflix,
Yeah,
I think, for a while.
because he was
I like
exclusively
Valentine's a
with
little
that.
odd, but in a good way. Right on. Ginger, definitely remake is good.
He did
Yeah,
Gerald's
the
Game because
My
that's
Bloody
his wife
Valentine
in all
3D
those
is great.
films, that actress.
Yeah, Kate Siegel. Faculty's classic. Yeah, I love
Oh, that
classic.
is a
I love
trip.
the Faculty.
Yeah, that's a yeah, that is a
I
cool
honestly though,
look it up.
I don't believe that Williamson wrote it. Like, I really don't. Like, there's been stories of him plagiarizing a lot of that movie, and I definitely see it because it's the only film by him I enjoy. But yeah, the alien, right? I love his design in this. But that blue light, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's
Almost like a
so you
Terminator, like,
yeah, they're like
it's
it's like a
armored
robotic
like a Predator.
mechanical alien.
Uh,
It's interesting. But that blue light on his chest, you would see that coming from a mile away. Just avoid that light, and then once you see that come into the dark room, you know, sneak your way into the next room, and just all
See
you
the
gotta do is
brain
avoid the
showing?
light.
Hit the brain.
That's cool. I love how it moves too. Like you were saying, his design, like how mechanical, robotic it looks. That's how he moves also, and I love that.
It's like that film that was on Hulu, No One Will Save You. Great film. Uh,
I remember that one.
dude, no
Yeah, that was
talking
good.
whatsoever. Great
Yeah.
film.
Yep. The UFO one
Yeah,
with yeah, with what's her name? I forget her name. That's a great fucking alien movie. I forgot all
that came out
about that movie.
last year? No. I think that came out th
No,
I mean,
wasn't
it's
it this
crazy.
year? Early this year?
I think
That shows
way
how good
early
my
this year
memory
if
is.
that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very early on this year, like in the first
Oh,
quarter of the year.
Hulu has some good stuff. They just did,
I would have forgotten about that if doing like a list top of the year because that might make my like a top 15 maybe, I guess. Maybe more, maybe top
Fleshwound
10. I
Features did
really
a
like that.
review too yesterday, I think, or the day before. Carved is one, and then there's another one called Mr. So and So. So it's like a messed up version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. That's
I need to
funny.
watch that one. They like that one a lot.
Let me see. I'm gonna catch up on this chat. Ginger, I guess I loves the remake, yeah,
2023, No One Will
of
Save You.
My
Thank
Bloody
you. Thank you, Jason. I kind of figured.
Was it? Oh, what, the year? 2020. Yeah, it was last year. That's I thought, but then I was like, no, maybe it was early this year. Time just fucking flies by.
If Gal's mentioning the Happy
Watches Happy
Birthday to
Birthday
Me,
to
that
Me.
great film, that's
Oh,
like a
that's a
great
great one.
slasher. Yeah.
I did that. I did a video on that, a review on my birthday, the first year of the channel. I did Happy Birthday to Me and Bloody Birthday.
Happy Birthday to Me is heavy giallo elements for that. Like,
Absolutely.
me and Darren for Slasher Stream just
Definitely.
did the initiation. That's a triple feature. with Happy Birthday to Me
I
and
haven't seen that in a
Madhouse.
while.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen The Initiation in a few years. That's one I gotta rewatch
that's a
again.
fun one. I'm
Yeah,
impressed
that's
with
one
that.
I meant to do. That was on the list for Slasher September, and it just didn't happen. So that might come soon
Takes place in
because
a
that is
mall.
a good one. Yeah,
One of the rare ones that do.
we got Chopping Mall. We have that's probably the
That's
biggest
a hot
one.
take. Darren's never seen Chopping Mall. I'm like, "What? Okay, we're gonna watch that."
Really? Yeah, I know Jinjo loves Chopping Mall. Hush was dope. You should have left the mask on though. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think
And
that added to the
Hush was
tension because
great.
he showed what he looked like because he's like, "Guess what? I know your condition, dude. Like, literally, no one can help you here."
Imagine getting chased down by a mechanical
In a
robotic
broken
alien.
down house that hasn't even been, loaded up
With
with furniture
yeah,
yet.
your car doesn't work. Nothing works.
I love the way he's all walking around like, yeah, like he's trying to feel stuff out, like he can't see.
Yeah, I wonder how it tracks. Maybe it's that little blue light beam. Maybe like that's how it surveys its location and sees where it
That's
is.
so good.
But then
That's
yeah, I
so
know the way he
good.
moves is awesome in this.
Yeah.
If the arms like he's swimming in the atmosphere almost. That looks really cool. I mean, every time I watch this movie every year, like this segment more and more, but I still think it's the weakest out of the three.
Like I say, all these are banger stories. It's just ranking them
Yeah.
wise. That's the tough part of it. It's like Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're all good. This one just
Or
happens to
like
just be
Cat's
the
Eye,
weakest.
because nobody talks about Cat's Eye. Like the last segment is the
Yeah, that's
weakest. But those first two are
an
awesome.
underrated analogy.
Flipping
Tales from the
James
Dark
Woods
Side though
being
is
chased by the
that's another
tobacco
favorite.
company.
Yeah.
Thank you for not
Yeah, that's
smoking.
another one
Yeah.
that doesn't get a lot of love. Robert Cal said Robert Rodriguez directed The Faculty. The great Robert Rodriguez.
It's almost like Class of 1999, a little bit, like the way the whole aspect of that film is.
Yeah, I can see that too. I love the little jetpack, not jetpack, but it's like some sort of oxygen type thing where whatever they breathe, like
Yeah,
that's how
it's
he
almost like a
survives in the
predator thing. It's like
atmosphere.
a device you think he's gonna use.
Yeah, I like that. That's another thing that adds to the design of him. You got the fucking tubes and shit on both sides of him that are
It's
linking
almost
to
like
it.
a hider in the house, but it's an alien.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. I know, Jamie. Just keep on fighting. I know you got a lot of chronic pain. That we saw earlier. No one yeah, thanks, Ginger, for the year on No One Will Save You.
Vestron released Class of 1999, but that's out of print or really expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy how I don't
Bloody
collect any
Birthday is
physical
great.
media, as you know, but yeah, Bloody Birthday is
Bastard children.
such a fun. I don't
Little shitty
I don't
bastard
call it
children.
I don't really look at yeah, I know, right? I don't really look at it as a slasher film.
I
Like
don't either.
murderous kid movies are in their own subgenre for me.
Oh, and there he is. Gotta love that.
Yep,
There he is.
that's such a great show.
That's the iconic
Shark,
picture. Yeah.
great shot of art.
There's the connection to all of
Yep,
these, right? He's the
exactly.
connection. He's almost like the crypt keeper.
Yeah, basically, the one that doesn't speak. If you
Oh,
mute if you
they could do
muted the
that.
crypt keeper.
They could do that on Shutter, do like a Terrifier series or something like that instead. Have them like write on a chalkboard or something like that, what the story's gonna be.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, actually, and they
Like the
probably
creep
can
thing that
figure
they're
that out.
doing.
Yep. Oh, I'm so excited for that
Yeah,
series.
yeah. Yeah.
Creep's my favorite found footage movie.
That's impressive. I do like Creep a lot. That ending to Creep is top tier.
Yeah, that whole movie is just an excellent dive and character study into a serial killer and into the victim, too. Great dual character study. This is when she comes into the bedroom and Timmy says to her, like, "We'll try to sleep if you stop, like, checking on us every 5 minutes." and she looks so confused because
because
she
she's
hasn't
like
been up there.
worried. Yeah, she's actually worried about him. She kind of looks like the actress Deborah Messing a little bit, the red hair and stuff like that. But
She she always reminded me of Jenna Fisher from The Office, who played Pam. Just
oh,
a little
that's
bit,
right. She
little
does
bit.
look like her.
Yeah, right. She does. Pam's just Jenna Fisher, just a little skinnier of a person. I mean,
It's
she's
hard to
I'm not
pronounce
saying
his
she's fat.
last
I'm just
name
saying
as
her
your
face is skinnier.
as his as his
Is it
girlfriend
Fisher? I
slash
can't.
soon to be
Now I'm gonna
wife.
fuck up her name. So, pretty sure that's the actress's name. Could be wrong. Who
Love
knows?
love The Office.
Yeah, it is Jenna Fisher. I don't know why I second guessed myself.
James Spader came in to take Steve Carell's place. I thought, oh, this is
Yeah,
interesting.
I love James Spader.
Oh, dude, James
He's
Spader's the
such an
man.
underrated actor.
He was in a lawyer show too, I think, one time before he did the Blacklist or the
Love Chopping Mall. Yeah, I know Ginger loves Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall's a fun
Cal.
one.
Oh, you gotta watch it, Cal, like all the way through. That's a classic one. Barbara Crampton in there.
That's right. That's
Linnea
right.
Quigley. Yeah, Linnea Quigley, right? That's in Chopping Mall. Is
Oh,
she?
that's an all-star cast then, if that's
Yeah.
the case.
Wait, am
Linnea
I?
Quigley.
Ginger will say it, but I'm pretty goddamn sure Linnea Quigley's in
That's great, Jamie. That's great. You saw that in the theater. Lucky.
it.
First Child's
Absolutely.
Play I ever watched was Child's Play 2 on cut on tape. That was a rental from Blockbuster. My parents sat there and watched it with me. I'm like, this dude cusses up a storm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And
he
yeah,
cusses up
Cal,
a
Jenna
storm.
Fisher reminded Cal says Jenna Fisher reminded him of Amy Adams. I see that absolutely
Amy
too.
Adams. Yeah.
I was just watching The Fighter when I was down in Mexico with my dad for the week.
Nice.
We came on. I haven't seen that movie in years. That's a great movie with Mark Wahlberg and it was Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Great movie. And Amy Adams. And I said that when I rewatched it. I said she reminds me of Jenna Fisher.
She was Lois Lane in Man of Steel. That's one of my better Superman films. I really like Man of Steel. I thought she was really good in that.
I could see that, Jamie. I can actually, now that you bring it up, I can see that. You have a little bit of a Jenna Fisher,
And she
some
has the red hair.
features. Yeah, that too.
Oh, this is great. Love the theme to this too, the music and shit.
Yeah, this whole last segment, the Terrifier segment, is the best in this movie. And just see that grainy, gritty look to it. It's just I love it.
That's why I like films like this because it's a more independent feel. I love films
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. It looks like almost washed out,
It
like
does
the
look
look of
grindhouse.
it.
It looks very grindhouse. I love that shit.
Absolutely. And that's what I mean. Like that look, I feel like they haven't captured as close to the look in this movie and this short, particularly, than the Terrifier films, all three of them so far.
Not since like
They've
Quentin
mostly
Tarantino did his
retained it.
grindhouse double feature.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters back in college, fucking forever. What was that, 2007? That was one of the most fun
Man,
experiences in a theater that I can remember in my
we're all
entire life.
youngins. Yeah.
Yeah. 36 as of last month, which is going to be fun for the Halloween night when we're watching a Halloween John Carpenter's. That's 30 years since the first night I watched John Carpenter's Halloween, and that was my first horror movie. I can't believe it's been 30 years since I first saw my first horror film. I saw Halloween.
Oh,
Like
nice.
that's like
Okay.
nuts.
I
I
remember first seeing Halloween.
cool.
I was definitely
I'm gonna,
younger. It was on a regular TV channel, TV 36 over here in California and stuff like
it
that.
was on USA or AMC. That's what it was
Yeah,
on. I
and they showed
remember
the
that.
extended version, right, where he's all talking to the people about Michael and all this
Oh,
other
okay,
stuff,
yeah.
and when he
The
comes
lecture
visits him
at the
when he comes
hospital.
visits him,
Yeah,
is really good.
yeah. That's always on the TV at it
Michael,
with
what you looking out there,
Loomis's
Michael?
lecture. Yeah, but yeah, man, 30 fucking years. I should call.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
have to
call the
whine?
stream maybe like
He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I am."
Halloween H30. 30 years since I've seen it.
H2O, yeah, 20 years later. H3O.
Yeah, no, that's what I'll put on the stream actually. Halloween watch party, whatever. Then at the JT's H3O. I can see that Jamie on the question. Where's Jim? Sleeping in his man cave.
See the difference in art here. Art looks more like his terrifying self literally here. It looks better. See how pissed he looks? It's like,
Yeah, no,
okay.
yeah, that absolutely. He looks much more like Art in this than in that beginning of the first segment.
It's like,
He
bye-bye.
has the crooked nose more.
Yeah.
They're still very archy. The eyebrows, like McDonald's, more than in Terrifier.
This is the birth of a slasher icon. So there you go. You have the
Absolutely.
mountain of Mount Rushmore. You can say of faces. Just put them on there. Like,
And I think that the ending of this segment, what he does to this woman, is the most evil shit he's done ever. Like Art the Clown. So we have 3 films now, Terrifier films, plus this. What he does to this woman is the most evil shit ever.
they got to fill out paperwork, blah, blah, blah.
And that's saying a lot for Art the Clown with his repertoire of kills so far.
It's like
Tales
the
of
collector.
Halloween. I haven't seen Tales of Halloween in a while, actually. That is a cool one. I saw the OG Halloween at the drive-in when I was 5. My parents were super cool. Yeah, mine were too. They didn't give a shit. And then once I hit like 10, 9, 10, like we would go as a family. My sister was 3 years younger than me. Well, she still is. She's still here with us. And my
Yeah.
parents, we all went to Blockbuster like twice a week. And they would just be like, go pick out whatever. And I'd run to the horror section.
Yeah, Jamie, my parents were super cool too. I have to admit, I watched Predator and all that stuff with
It's
them
more,
watching, parental guidance. Dude,
my
Predator 2 was the
parents
first
were,
Predator I watched.
yeah, that is a fucking intense one as a young kid. Yeah. But like my parents were more like concerned with like sexual shit, like in movies that they
Predator
tried to
2
like.
has it where those 2 are doing it,
Yeah,
like, in that villa up there and
I
stuff,
don't
and so
remember Predator 2 at all. I'm not a fan of the
oh, it's so
series
good.
past the first one.
I
I gotta
like it.
watch it. Halloween C3 CP30.
C-3PO. I don't think he's Mount Rushmore just yet, Cal. I'm saying
No,
he's kinda getting
yeah,
there. I have to see more. I have to see
absolutely.
more.
I would say the post 2000s, it would be Victor Crowley and him for like on round out of 4 icons on Mount Rushmore, like our
Isn't that
generation
weird
now
that
that we're
that the,
in. Yeah,
that
I
those
would say.
films, the Victor Crowley ones, don't get that much love? It's so weird. Wait, when they came out, I mean, it's like, came out at an interesting
Yeah,
time.
Cal, that's funny. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like if Chrome Skull, like if Late to
Laid
Rest
to
and the
Rest.
sequel, if they came out a few years closer to when Terrifier exploded, I feel like even though the director died, sadly, of
Yeah.
the first 2 Late to Rest films, I feel like Chrome Skull would be another top slasher icon because the kills in those 2 Late to Rest films are gnarly.
Damien Leone, if you're watching, get the rights to that character. Put him in this series. I guarantee you people
I
would
wouldn't mind
see that.
seeing that.
Yeah. Do a versus.
I wouldn't mind seeing a
We've done it before.
third film, just a third film in the Late to Rest series. If Damien Leone got the rights and he directed and wrote the third film,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be down to watch
Hello.
that. That looks great.
Choppity, choppity, choppy.
And this is what I mean with like the type imagery and like how it flashes to her reaction and it lingers and the zoom in
I know she's
shots and the
just sitting
grainy
there,
look
and the
of it.
grindhouse gets worse. You see that? The way
Oh yeah.
the
Yep. Yep.
he's like,
The
he."
lines going and stuff across the screen. All of that just looks
All the
fantastic.
bubbly shit and stuff like that too. It's like, "I'm
Yep.
getting out of here. Yeah."
And I just love the color tones in this segment too. Like I said, almost not a washed out look, but like I don't know how to describe exactly the filter that like it was shot with.
It's very
Just
70s-esque.
all the
He did that
colors.
for a reason.
Yeah, colors are very. Oh, absolutely. To stick with that grindhouse exploitation look for sure.
I agree with Cal. I would put Jigsaw on that Mount Rushmore. I love the Saw films. Like, I love John
If
Kramer.
we're I mean, I love the whole. Yeah, I'm a huge Saw fanboy too.
I revisited too. I
Especially one through
really like
seven.
that. I
I
really
think
like
it's
2 a
perfect.
lot. That's done very well.
Yeah, no, 2 is great. 6
Yeah,
is my
circus
favorite,
sign.
actually.
That's so good. Hi.
Yeah, I love that. And then when I remember when this came out and I saw this for the first time, it shocked me when he pulls it shoots, the guy in a little bit, like, when he pulls up in the car, he
Little
pulls out a
battery,
gun.
that's done so well.
Yeah,
Pay
I know how it
attention, you
zooms
stupid
in
twit.
on that. That's cool. That's a cool shot. Where we
It's like,
at?
"Pay attention, you stupid twat."
I mean, I agree, absolutely, well, it's a horror icon, but
Hey,
if we're
Corey.
talking just slashers, I don't consider him a slasher at all,
I don't
like
either.
the Saw film, but as a horror icon, yeah, he would be up
Oh,
on
yeah.
Mount Rushmore for sure.
People get what they deserve.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it would be, John Kramer up there.
Oh, the ending to the first one, it's like, "You don't deserve it." And then game over and just slams the door. I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Saw is my one of my favorite franchises in horror, it's in my top 5. I
I love the
love the Saw
change in
franchise.
face
One
there. I love the change in face, and you see the teeth and all that shit too. He's like, "Open the effing door."
Yeah, how pissed he gets, yep. I think another reason
So
this it
good.
ha I think another reason the short here has retained how surreal and weird and nightmarish it is because Art is a lot less comedic in this than he's gone on to be in the Terrifier films.
Kinda like
He's a
Freddy.
lot. Yeah, yeah, basically. I mean, Art is still terrifying for sure, but you don't see him making, like, those funny reactions, especially and they're brilliant that we got in Terrifier 3 and started more in Terrifier 2. He laughs a bit in this, his trademark, like, mocking laugh, but that's about it, like, he's not anywhere near as clowny and hilarious.
Help me. Help me.
That had to be the inspiration for Victoria in the
Help
Terrifier films.
me. Don't linger too long.
Right?
Yep.
I would think that was the inspiration for Victoria's character and her face
Absolutely.
being all mangled. So much so that when Terrifier 1 came out and I watched it, and they you know how they opened Terrifier 1 with, a year later, then you watch the events of what happens? I thought that disfigured Victoria on the show was the same that victim here from All Hallows Eve.
I can see that.
When Terrifier 1 came out, I was like, "Wait a minute." Then when the film ended and it goes back to the beginning, you know that it was a flash forward in the beginning. I said, "Alright, that makes sense." I was thinking it was this victim and this was the massacre it was talking about.
The way you say it, it's like each one's its own film. That's what you I always like kind of about slashers. If they're their own film, then I have no issue with it, so it kind of
Oh,
works.
yeah, what I said in my review on 3, that's what I feel with with this franchise so far, this is everyone has its own identity
Yeah, the
and
look on his
strong
face, you see the
points.
expression on it as he's, has the bag over like, "Ugh," that's right.
Yeah, and I love how she fucking pops the bag because I say that all the time throughout my life watching slashers when they get strangled with a plastic bag or
You
something,
always poke the bag.
why they don't. Yeah, like, come on, and so many people look at Black Christmas as
It's
kids.
etiquette
She wouldn't be
101.
rocking in that iconic shot in that chair in the window if she knew
Oh, her
101 to
walking
pop that
back and
bag.
forth. Oh, damn, yeah. It's like in
So when
Silent
I
Night,
saw
Deadly
this, I
Night,
was
where
like,
he
"Good."
where he self-hangs the dude and stuff like that, like going, "I'd struggle harder than that, bud."
"Oh, Jamie, stop lying. You're not 51, you're 25," like Cal said. And Laid to Rest is very underrated.
I agree with Kel's take on Saw 1, 2, and 3. I really like 3. It's a trap. I love the ending to that because
Oh,
I
I
did
love
not see
3
that
too.
coming. I'm like, "Holy shit."
Yeah, 3 is great. I know that's where a lot of people who are not huge fans of the Saw franchise, a lot of them stop at 3.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Trilogies
what I
just
hear from
seem
a
to
lot
work.
of people.
Yeah. Trilogies
I
just seem to work.
I love 1 through 7, just, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's
Costas
perfect.
Mandalore. Yeah.
No, Costas Mandylor as Agent Hoffman is one of my favorite bad guys in a horror series. I love Hoffman's character, which I know people don't, which is why
He's
I
coming
think
back
a
for
lot
the
of
new
people.
one for what
He
they're saying.
is, 'cause, he was you hear his voice in, Saw
That stupid trailer that they showed and stuff and keep on editing it over it. I'm like going, give me an actual one where I actually see something, then we'll talk.
And yeah, Jamie, like it's no smart putting the pieces together, movie to movie. It's a literal jigsaw puzzle.
Literally.
It's exactly, and in what it's more impressive because they didn't plan it from the beginning. They every year they were rewriting, not rewriting, but writing the next installment. They didn't have a plan at the beginning of the first Saw, and actually Saw 2 started as a completely different movie script that they ended up
Yeah,
rewriting as a
because
Saw
what is
film.
it? The co-director died, didn't he? And stuff because it was James Wan and somebody else.
I don't
So and
remember
then they
that.
let
It could be.
yeah, and
No,
then the
no,
person passed.
well, Lee Winnell and James Wan
Yeah, Lee
were,
Winnell.
writers for, he's alive, Lee Winnell.
And I like James Wan. He's just not terrific with sequels sometimes. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
Insidious
agree.
Chapter 2, I didn't like as much, of course, as the original. And I love Insidious, but
Yeah, Insidious I've come around to over the years. I never disliked it, but it was never like a favorite of mine or anything. I mean, it's a
I just love Lynn Shay in that. She's great
good
in that.
oh, I love Lynn Shay. She's a fucking national treasure. I love that woman so much in everything that she's done.
Hello. Yep, rising up from the leaves.
Yeah, that's a cool shot. And then how it zooms in close, that fast zoom in on her for her
It almost
reaction.
looks like that's a woman as art, not a dude. I just noticed that the way he's smiling, like it looks like almost like a female bit, then it switches.
The editing is
Uh-oh.
so good in this for such an
Oh,
early short from him. Yeah, this fucking his weapon here, that makeshift cat of nine tails,
I
that's
got
just
a nine tails
excellent.
chain. Yeah,
Yeah, it's excellent. Like
that's
I
great with
still
the film.
feel like this
Film
is
getting
some
all messed up.
yeah,
He's like
yep. That's what I
all
mean. There's
rusty
just this film,
with
this
disease.
anthology has such a has such a just grindhouse brutal
Oh,
surrealness
there
to
it
it
is. Love it.
that the
Right through
Terrifier
the
films
eye.
haven't hit it. And yeah, that's great effect. I love it.
You notice you saw
Stab
the
him in the
syringe on
back.
that whip. You saw the
Yeah,
syringe, so
yep. That's why it's great. It's just this makeshift cat of nine tails, basically.
yeah, that's probably infected there, sweetie.
Oh, absolutely. You know that shit's infected. Knowing him, knowing Art the Clown as we do now, he probably went somewhere with contaminated needles to get that syringe. Like specifically, so he knows that it's fucking contaminated. Hey, what's up,
Love the
Synth?
way she's running, dude. You gotta run better than that. I'd be like sprinting.
How you doing, Synth? And yeah,
So
right. I'd be running for my life. Are you kidding me?
and here it comes, the typical trope. Never
Woman
pick up a
stops in the
ride.
middle of the
Never,
road.
don't ask.
Just fucking go on by, fly by the hitchhiker or person in trouble because you never know what's after them.
Don't ever do it. No, don't ever do it. No. It's like, I'll help you. Sure. What happened?
Are you okay? The audacity and or ignorance for some people, someone to pick someone up and see the state of this person and say, "Are you okay?" and ask that question.
That
Come on,
knife was deep in that back, too.
yeah. I mean, she's bleeding from the face from when she got hit with the weapon, the cat of nine tails. How does he not see her enter like that and then says, "Are you okay?" She's obviously not. She's bleeding like a motherfucker. Gotta love it.
Being chased by a clown.
Yeah, she leaves that out.
It's like
Yeah, I don't
she's
want this
so
guy to think I'm
traumatized,
nuts.
huh?
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know. She could have done
speaking
better acting here, but it's okay.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's okay.
I think that adds to the
Yeah, it
charm of
adds
it
to the charm. It's an
too,
independent
though.
film. This is an indie film.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. But when he pulls up in a minute with the right now with the and he shoots this guy. When I first saw this movie, I was like, "Shit, I don't remember the last time I saw
yeah, I'm like, damn,
a
son.
slasher use a gun." Like,
Right?
and
He's
then
like, you
he's
know what? F this. I'm gonna change the narrative.
yeah. He was like, "This guy's being a dick. I'm not driving all after him, chasing him
He's like,
down.
hi,
Just
you're
shoot him."
done.
Guy looks like Jeffrey Combs a bit in
He
that shot,
does.
right?
He does.
He looked like Jeffrey Combs a
The
bit there.
Reanimator,
Yeah.
Herbert West.
That's another top movie too.
She's like, "What's going to happen? What's going on?" There we go.
When you said
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
when you said she's traumatized earlier, this is the most traumatic, evil shit that art has ever done. Still, in my opinion,
Because
I
she
don't
doesn't
think.
know yet.
No, yeah, she's still like coming to. And you probably know she can't really feel it yet and stuff. And then like she sees the light, and she starts looking around, and then she sees all the weapons, the blood and shit.
The doctor is in.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, and you know that something terrible has been done, and as the audience watching it, we know the first time watching
Hi.
this, and then that look right there.
He's
Yeah,
all just chuckling.
the music too here is what sells it also.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, with pig and cunt carved into her body, and you think that's terrible as it is, then
Flesh
it
for
pans out and
Frankenstein.
you see her missing every appendage.
At least he sewed her up.
Arms are Yeah, he was nice enough to do
Oh,
that.
look at the butcher knife or whatever.
And the way the
Cleaver.
limbs are pulsating, like the
Oh,
severed
wow, and
limb, the way
he
they
did
pulse a
worse to
bit,
her too. He cut off her you know
he
what.
cut off her tits too, yeah.
Yeah,
That is the worst thing and most evil shit that art's ever done after 3
there's a
movies
lot of
of his
hatred
own, in
involved
my
in that.
opinion. Yeah, like, oh, I could not imagine, and you know that
Oh,
woman dies,
hello.
like, within
See how
minutes
that
of the
looks
ending.
normal too. That looks
I love
normal.
that. And I love this whole ending. I love how she gets the phone call in a minute from that last segment on the videotape, and then art comes out of the video.
Black
Great
Mirror.
stuff.
Yeah, like The Ring.
Yeah, like The Ring, yep, like Ringu, absolutely. Demons 2 also has that, great TV,
Love it. Love it in
scene
Demons
when he
2. Love Demons
comes out of
2.
the TV. That's a
Yeah, out of the
great,
TV.
great shot. That's a great effect.
I like that a little more than the first one. Like,
Really,
the movie
I can
theater
see
part,
that.
it's so good, but the TV is, like, so, like, "Whoa."
I can see people liking Demons 2 more. I like them pretty much like Demons is here and Demons 2 is right there. Like it's so
The
close
stupid
behind it. They're
little,
both excellent.
poodle demon and then the gremlin demon,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the pregnant lady.
Dude, I mean, Lamberto Bava just took on so many traits from his father, but
I need to
still was
watch more
able
of
to.
of his films and stuff. I have A Blade in the Dark. I still need to watch that. Then there's,
Oh, you haven't seen A Blade in the Dark? Definitely throw
no.
that on sometime soon when you get a chance. A Blade in the Dark's great. Although there is
Then there's
Bob from House by the Cemetery and Manhattan Baby. Bob is in that one
no, I heard the
briefly at
dubbing
the
is quite
beginning.
funny. So,
Yeah. No, yeah, it is. Actually, if I recall, I don't remember, maybe a year ago I saw Blade in the Dark last. He
he
doesn't
did
sound the same as
Delirium, A
Bob.
Portrait of Gloria or something like that too. That just came out from Vinegar Syndrome. That's like giallo stuff
Yeah,
film.
Delirium and Macabre.
Hello.
I
That's
love
so good.
this.
He comes right out of there.
The way he looks so fucking creepy. And imagine being her and watching this, and the TV just came back on, and now this clown is looking right at you and fast approaching. And you know your biggest fear ever is this thing's coming out of this
Yeah, it's
television,
like a
but it's
window.
impossible.
That's
And
so good. It's like a
I can never,
window.
yeah, and he's doing the mime shit on it, which is why I always joke that he's a fucking mime. He's not a clown. But I know,
Turn it off.
I've heard that David Howard Thornton does not like being called a mime. He doesn't like art being called a mime.
He just
That
doesn't
he looks
talk.
very much like Thornton. Like when he like
Mm.
that's where the makeup looks just like the Terrifier films, or
He's like,
most
"Come
like
on,
it.
let me out." And he's all laughing about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. Guess what? Guess where you
And
are.
then the grainy static, and now she's on the TV.
Oh, yeah, so good.
But that's what I would wonder is if in
Shades of the
Terrifier
Boogeyman.
4 or 5 in the future with the next few Terrifier movies or whatever amount we get, if they'd go back to this to show who put the tape in their bag, in Timmy's bag, to kickstart all of this,
Oh, who started this whole thing?
right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's something they can definitely, tie
That's
in
right.
and
They
go
never
back to.
explain that.
Yeah. I mean, also, I mean, they don't have to tie back to this movie since it's not in the Terrifier franchise technically, even though it has art in it, but they could for sure, and I'd like to find that out maybe.
I like the
or
premise
get a
that he's
little
in the
hint.
cassette. I
Drop
don't think
that
they
in there.
put that in any of the Terrifier films either, that maybe he's actually from
Yeah,
a
no,
cursed cassette tape.
yeah, no, they just show that he's a demon,
Yeah.
but they don't show him operate through through technology. Like
Yeah, I love
this
that.
shot right here, dude, is so good with the grain and the streak lines on the tape coming down.
As
And like
she's crying, he's laughing.
all of
So
that.
good. He's
That's the
like, "Uh-oh."
surrealism and the nightmare look that I'm talking
Yeah.
about this
He all
movie.
points at the door to the kids' room. He's like,
Yep,
"Guess what I did?"
it's so good. This look of how this last segment, this is the most fun. I love it.
Oh. Oh,
She
so
goes
good.
in the blood everywhere. Then you see the two kids' severed heads in the bed.
That's a rarity too.
Yeah, and that's why whenever people were bitching about the teaser about the kid in Terrifier 3,
And screw the
I was
kids.
like, dude, you remember All Hallows Eve? Did you see All Hallows Eve to those people? Come on, he's done this before. This is worse than he's done to any kid in Terrifier 3, actually.
Watch any Category 3 film.
Exactly. And then just ends on her fucking in
Yeah, and
disbelief and
then you see, like,
horror.
the static and shit like that from that, so that's, like, so
Sarah,
awesome.
that's her character's name, Sarah, Katie McGuire.
Yeah, Mike
Such a
Giannelli. Giannelli.
yeah, Mike Giannelli. I
Like,
always forget.
"Hello."
I know I'll forget it tomorrow, and I won't remember. Like I can't remember that guy's name for some reason. And then yeah, we get the little art pointing and laughing from the TV again.
As it gets closer and
Thumbs
closer.
up. Yeah. I
This
mean,
keeps you
like I said,
awake at night, ladies and gentlemen. This is what
yes,
keeps you awake at night.
especially if you have a fear of clowns. If if you're afraid of clowns, my sister hates clowns. You're afraid of clowns, you're gonna fucking. But she loves the Terrifier films. Actually,
It's
what a
very
great,
good.
such a great movie, such a great anthology, and such a great film to watch around Halloween. Like it's
Yeah,
just a
absolutely.
perfect October movie. But awesome. Thanks for joining, man. Like
Oh,
let
yeah,
me know if you
absolutely.
want to
That was a
let
blast.
me know.
Always a blast watching that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me know if you want to join any of the others because guys, we got a lot of watches and interviews coming up. We have Jeffrey Reddick, the Final Destination creator, and he also did wrote Tamara from 2007.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he also did Day of the Dead 2007, the Day of the Dead remake, which I don't care
Oh,
for. But
I didn't even know there
he'll
was
be
a
on.
remake. Wow.
Yeah,
Actually, I
it's
do.
not
Never
good.
mind. Yeah.
It's not good. I got questions for Jeffrey about that. But he'll be on Tuesday, then Wednesday, and from Sunday on, we got double feature watch parties every single day, one at 3 p.m. and one at 10 p.m. every night leading up to Halloween. I'm thinking of throwing in Candyman for tomorrow night to start it off a little half a day early. So we have Candyman tomorrow night at 10. I'll probably schedule that tonight. And what are the first few we have? We have Halloween 3 at 10 p.m. on Sunday, Basket Case the next day at 3 p.m., Kill Baby Kill that night, and
Basket
just goes
Case
on
is a
from there.
masterpiece. That's probably the best
Basket
independent horror film ever made.
Dude, Basket Case is so good. The whole trilogy. And
But yeah,
that basket I'm doing with Matt at Pugwall 316, and
yeah, very
we're
cool.
gonna be
Yeah.
remembering we're gonna be remembering our buddy Dave at Savage Zombie Reviews because he never saw those films until I said you've never seen Basket Case or
Case.
no Henenlotter films, and then me and him did a whole Henenlotter month.
Yeah, Henlotter's a man.
Every week we watched the first Basket Case, second, third, and Frankenhooker, and so now it just brings memories of Dave. So we're gonna have a little remembrance of Dave for that.
He did
Ginger saying,
not.
"Did you make it through VHS?" I didn't get not since the last time I tried and we talked. Ginger. I'm gonna try this weekend. I gotta definitely maybe tomorrow, like in the afternoonish. I can do that because Candyman I won't make that until same time like 10 o'clock. So maybe I'll throw on Beyond and get through it and enjoy it more. And yeah, man, thanks for joining, chat. Thanks for hanging out, and
Chat, you guys are awesome. Yeah.
look forward to Candyman 92, another favorite film of mine. All these movies leading up to Halloween that I picked for watch parties are favorite films of mine that most of them are in my top 10 to 20 films. and are ones I watch every October and every Halloween season. So a lot of classics. We have the Day of the Dead 2, Evil Dead 2. We have The Thing prequel and The Thing on the 30th. We have Trick or Treat and John Carpenter's Halloween on Halloween. So lots
I
of
may
fun
be
shit ahead.
available for Day of the Dead. That film's a masterpiece. I love Day of the Dead a
All
lot.
right, yeah, let me know. I think it's the 29th, the
29th?
Matt
Okay.
at
Let me
3
see what's up
p.m.
with that.
the
Yeah,
afternoon
great,
one.
great film. That's a great trilogy of films by the late great George A. Romero anyway. But yeah, Day of the Dead is very flipping good.
Yeah, that's my favorite of Romero's films, and just yeah, that's a top 5 film. That's my 5th favorite movie ever.
Oh
And
yeah.
Evil Dead 2 is also in my top 10. So a bunch
I
of
love Evil Dead too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably the best horror comedy next to, like, with Reanimator, I think.
I'm
Those are
weird with the
probably,
Evil
I
Dead
think, my
franchise. I like 2 a little itty bitty bit over 1 over the
no, me
original.
too.
That's just me. I mean, it's just
I agree, 100%. I mean, the original Evil Dead is also a top film, but
yeah.
Evil Dead 2 trumps it for me. Just
Yeah,
for that perfect balance of comedy and horror. That
oh,
is
dude.
so hard to find, that perfect balance.
It's batshit crazy of a film.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
that too. I mean, just how
Yeah,
insane and
yeah.
through the roof that everything goes to 100 in that film.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice little rewatch. I don't think I've done a watch along of Evil Dead, any of the Evil Deads on the channel. I've done videos on all of them, but a watch along, I don't think so. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff, guys. Chris, what's going on in your channel coming up? I know you're on
Um,
vacation, almost ending that.
yep. One more day tomorrow. I'll probably be on watching Candyman with UJT, and then I just did my
That'll
slasher
be great.
stream with Darren. So that slasher stream we did a final exam and the initiation, so that was a good double feature for us to do a review on our live stream, and then just future content on my channel. Let's see. Um, Found Footage Friday is coming back. I still need to think of which one I'm going to do. I need to get
Oh,
Frogman and check
nice.
that film out and probably do
Dude,
a review on
Frogman
that.
was great. I used to do Found Footage Friday at the beginning of
Yeah.
the channel. Then, like 6 months into it, a year into it, I just kind of fell out of that.
Yeah.
But I miss doing like a regular found footage night and stuff. It's such a fun genre, and there's so much to choose from. Even if a lot of them are bad to terrible,
Yeah.
it's one of the most oversaturated
It's one of my
subgenres of
favorite it's
horror.
one of my favorite sub horror genres, to tell you the truth.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing
when you
slasher
find
dude. Yeah. I doing a slasher dude reviews. So I used to do thoughts and reviews. I'm just changing that to slasher dude reviews. So that's going to be on
cool.
the horrible Dr. Hitchcock from Ricardo
Oh, okay,
Freda. Great film.
interesting.
So expect that, and
Yeah,
just
that'll be fun.
expect future content. So slasher Saturdays will be coming back. There's a lot of newer slashers I have to watch and stuff like that. So that's what those slasher Saturdays are going to be about. So yeah, just future good times here on this channel. So thank you everybody much too for getting me up to 240 subscribers. Slasher Dude appreciates it.
Yeah, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get you past 250 by
Yeah.
Halloween. Let's do it, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow for Candyman
Night,
at
guys.
10 p.m. Take care, guys.